Alright, so I'd like to just say welcome to yet another YouTube video. I'm literally making this, like I just got home from working and everything. So I'm making this as soon as I got home because I didn't make a video on my days off. But today we will be talking about, this isn't going to be a very long video. I'm going to make it short. But today we're going to be talking about this new movie that they plan on coming out with within the relative year or next year. Okay, saying it's supposed to be coming out in 2026, and this would be the Clayface movie. Okay, and so here's my problem with this. First off, I'm sitting here. I've got it on the screen right now. I'm kind of looking at it just to kind of refresh my memory a little bit. Don't mind the work attire. I'm sorry. I probably should have changed, spruced myself up for the video. But y'all getting raw me. You know what I'm saying? So, pause. That sounded kind of crazy. Nonetheless, you're getting the video regardless. So, my problem, I'm just going to be honest. Listen, we'll go to a different universe for a moment. We'll take Spider-Man. Okay? Let's talk about the Spider-Man verse, right? Now, who wanted a Craven solo movie? It's like making a movie about the fucking Rhino. Now, don't get me wrong. Craven is one of Spider-Man's best villains. He's one of Spider-Man's most dangerous villains. He's a dope villain. I love Craven. Don't get me wrong, okay? But I don't care about Craven if Spider-Man's not in the story because he's a Spider-Man villain. Why are we? You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if they're setting these up, I guess, to kind of connect to the overarching story or the overarching universe, but it's not. Okay, Madam Web. Awesome thought process. Great idea. Wrong execution. Okay, Madam Web was trash. I actually had a girlfriend at the time when that movie came out, and I was like, baby, we should go see this. Then me and her started watching the trailers. So I looked her dead in her face, bro, at the time. Now she's off living her life, doing good, doing better now, which is wonderful. So glory to God to her, and glory to God for helping her. But nonetheless, I digress. I'm watching this trailer and I'm like, okay, so this movie looks like it's gonna be shit, which is fine. I get it. It's cool. I understand. All right, we fold sometimes, and then we got Morbius. Okay, so we've got now the Venom movie. The first Venom movie was good. It was a decent movie. Once again, don't really care about a solo Venom story. Like, you know, okay, whatever, cool. We get the game. We get the game. We get the first movie. It's a good movie. The second movie, it was kind of trash. It was kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie. The third movie, didn't watch it. I heard so many terrible things about it. I was like, I'm not watching it. And plus, I didn't want to see Carnage get ruined because he's my favorite villain symbiote, at least. Okay, so now we've drifted into the DC verse, and they're kind of doing solo people like the Penguin. And I hear that show was really good. I hear that it was a phenomenal show. Didn't watch it, but I hear it's really good. Okay? Now, Clayface is by far one of my favorite Batman villains. He's at least probably top 10, top 5. I like his powers. I like his origin story, depending on which one you go with. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big comics guy. I'm a really big superhero media dude. I love heroes. I love anime. I love all that stuff. Okay? Now, as I sit here and I'm looking at this trailer, right? Cinematically, they've got it set up looking great. You know, he's a superstar. He's doing his thing, as always. Well, push comes to shove, something happens. Homie gets fucked up. Some mob stuff happens. It depends on, like I said, it depends on what comic run you're going with. Okay, cool. We know Clayface's origin. Okay, why are we making a Clayface horror movie about Clayface? No Batman. Who asked for this? Who was like, you know what? Clayface movie. Honest to God, the first Joker movie was really good. Okay, I wouldn't say his performance is as good as Heath Ledger. Maybe that's biased. You know what I'm saying? I just think he actually captured the insanity of the Joker very well. I think he did very well in capturing that concept. Okay. Now, Joaquin Phoenix, his Joker was more so set on. Oh, that's cool. His was more so set on the concept of being like, like feel bad for me because I'm insane kind of thing, and then he drifts off into like the actual, being insane part. And in my head, I'm sitting here, the way that this first Joker movie ended, I was like, okay, second movie is going to be about him actually becoming the Joker and starting out just murdering. He's going to start going on a serial killer rampage. Saw that they casted Lady Gaga for Harley Quinn. I was like, okay, cool. Lady Gaga can act. She's actually a pretty decent actor. With that same ex-girlfriend I was talking about, we had watched, and I have no bad blood with this woman, by the way. I'm just, nothing bad between the both of us. But she used to, or I don't know, I doubt she watches it now anymore. But she used to watch Horror Story or American Horror Story, something like that. And I watched the first like season maybe with her, something along those lines. And I was like, okay, this is kind of gas. And Lady Gaga's in it. She plays like a vampire woman or something. I don't know what exactly she plays, but she plays something in the show, and she did pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, she was actually a pretty decent actor. I was like, okay, so you got it both ways. I fuck with it. So I didn't mind seeing her as Harley Quinn because I was like, she kind of looked the part. She can play a little bit more into like the insanity aspect of Harley Quinn. Then I started to see them sing, and I was like, this isn't what we needed. This isn't what anybody wanted. A Joker musical? What are we talking about right now? Why? In any way, shape, or form, why? Why was that even remotely a thing? So people were sitting up in an office, in a cubicle, in whatever the fuck people make movies and brainstorm for movies about. And they were like, you know what we need? Joker musical. That shit hard. You gonna love that. No. Absolutely fucking not. These gotta be people who ain't never touched a comic book in their life coming up with this bullshit. And another thing, why was Bruce so young in the first movie? So obviously, this is a separate story from whatever canonical Batman they're trying to bring into the DCU, which is cool. I get it. Whatever. Make your offshoot stories cool. I mean, it's if you can do it well, then do it well, and I'm cool with that. But the thing is, my problem is that. Oh, hold on. I gotta text my mom's. That might mess up the audio a little bit, but don't mind that. I have to see my screen for a moment. I would edit that out, but we haven't gotten there yet, so we're just gonna let it run. I had to respond because if I didn't respond to her, she was gonna call me, and then it would have fucked the whole video up. So, but anyways, that's besides the point. So, you've got to where these people are doing offshoots of villains, which is cool because it's like, okay, it's good to give like the villains a little bit more of a story, to give them a little bit more of like a it makes sense because you want to set these villains up to where you kind of understand the story, you kind of understand where they're coming from, maybe why they're mad at the hero of whoever it is they're fighting. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But it's like some of these characters, like we don't need movies for. Much less, why are we making this a horror movie? It. I understand. Clayface has a fucked up life. He's got it. He. You know, his life is kind of a horror story, so I understand it. Now, I know it sounds like I'm kind of taking a dump on this movie. I'm not. I ain't seen it yet, and I will watch it because I'm interested, but it's not something I'm excited about. Y'all delayed the Batman Part 2 again. We're not getting that shit till 2028. But best believe y'all had room for a Clayface movie that you were dropping in the same year that it was given a trailer. Well, why? And it's like, my thing is, bro, here's my thing. I need Batman to be in this movie somewhere. Like maybe at the end, maybe an end cut like a cut scene. You know, maybe something like that. Cause I get it. Like, listen, bro. The trailer. I'm watching the trailer. The trailer looks good. Sitting here, like, they set it up to look really good. I'm not gonna lie, like, the movie doesn't look bad. I'm not sitting here like, oh, this movie's gonna be trash. This movie's so bad. Nah, I'm not sitting here doing all that. Because I mean, honestly, nowadays, that's a rough thing to say. I was about to say nowadays it's hard to fuck up a movie, but it's not. It's not. They do it all the time. We get garbage after garbage constantly, bro. In movie series, 100%. But my problem is like I don't really understand the purpose of why you're setting up. Like, unless, now listen, apparently at the end, this is a spoiler warning, by the way, so just skip past this if you haven't seen all of Penguin. I haven't either, so it's a spoiler for me too. But at the end of the Penguin, supposedly, apparently, there's a bat signal that's shown in the sky, which means that maybe, just maybe, this penguin will. Because I think he might have been in the first movie, in the Batman movie. Uh, Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really remember that movie too much because I watched it years ago. Okay, now if they're setting up these solo movies and these solo projects to the point to where it's going to be, they're doing this so that they can set up the universe, like it's like a world building thing for Batman, I'm completely cool with that. Like, if this Clayface movie hits and it's not garbage, then cool. But if they're doing all of this, because look, Joaquin's not gonna be the Joker in the Batman's universe. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a completely separate offshoot thing. So it's like, okay, cool, that's cool. But it's like, if you're doing all of these solo projects, you got a Penguin TV show, and now we've got a Clayface movie. If you're doing these solo projects, sorry. If you're gonna be doing these solo projects, then it needs to connect to the overarching story of the Batman, of Pattinson's Batman. It has to be overarching to that. Like, it's all got to come to a point to where it's like, okay, now here's 2028, the Batman, and these are the villains he's having to deal with. Because, bro, at the end of the Batman movie, they introduced the Joker. Now, I don't like that he was kind of like country. That he's got like some kind of like. I did not like the way he was designed even a little bit, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. But the Riddler in that movie, phenomenal. Oh my gosh, that was a great depiction of the Riddler. They made him a little bit more weird, a little bit more edgy, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. And the way that they have that movie specifically set up, it does kind of give off that like horror, like Saw vibes, like when he was strapping the bombs to all the people and blowing people up and shit. You know what I'm saying? It gives you that kind of like, it's edgy, it's dark, it's grainy. It gives you that kind of vibe, which makes sense because it's Batman. Batman's supposed to be like a dark hero. It's supposed to be because listen, bro, Bruce is not sane. Like he's not. His cheese slipped off his cracker when his parents died. Like he's not a sane person, wholeheartedly. One of my favorite comic runs is actually the comic run where Bruce is actually an insane asylum patient, and that the Batman thing isn't even real. Now, obviously, at the end of the comic, you find out that people were like they were kind of fooling Batman. He was under some kind of something or other. I can't remember because it's been forever since I've actually genuinely read that comic. But there is an offshoot comic where Bruce is actually just a loony, and he thinks he's Batman, but he's not. But obviously, we know that he is truly Batman. That he goes out and he really is out here just putting paws on people, bro. And he might not kill you, but your medical bills are gonna do it. Like you ain't gonna want to be alive after Batman pull up. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, if this movie now, I'm not like I said. This is just kind of my thoughts on the movie itself. This isn't like you know what I'm saying. It's not even a full review. It's kind of me reviewing the trailer a little bit. But if they make it to where it actually goes into an overarching storyline to where now in the new the Batman movie you get to see Robert Pattinson. That glare from that light's kind of messing things up. You get to see Robert Pattinson fight Clayface, fight the Penguin. You know what I'm saying? Do all the rest of this stuff because his world that was being set up was good. Like that movie, I have my problems with the Batman movie because of the combat. And I get it. People like listen, bro. Batman's a detective. Genuinely, most of what Batman does is detective work. A lot of the time, it's not always him beating people up. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of gives Batman a kind of super like a different kind of nuance than a lot of the other DC characters. And because I mean, it's literally DC stands for Detective Comics. Like it makes sense. And I wasn't mad at the fact that there wasn't a lot of fighting in the movie. That was a complaint from people. I was mad at how bad he was at fighting. That was my gripe for that movie because canonically, he's 20 some years old. Okay, there were a couple of reasons why. But now that I'm seeing this Clayface trailer and everything, it kind of makes sense. But the reasons why I didn't in specifically like the Batman movie is one, he is way too emo in this movie. Way too downrodden, depressed, like emo, edgy. I hated something in the way. Yeah, like that shit was the only song in the movie. He's got like they have a scene of him putting on mascara over his eyes and shit. Bro, corny. Listen. Bruce Wayne is a billionaire playboy even after his parents died. So the story goes Bruce's parents die. Bruce spends a little bit of time in Gotham up until a certain age. Uh, Alfred teaches him how to fight and defend himself, the stuff that he had learned from the Royal Guard or whatever the fuck Alfred was a part of, because he's like some kind of psyop, like special agent or something for Britain. Okay, cool. All right. He then goes from Gotham City, travels to kind of like the Himalayas. It doesn't matter. He travels to a bunch of different places. He goes and learns escape art. He goes and learns how to fight. Now, mind you, Batman is proficient in every single fighting style, in hundreds of different fighting styles. Okay, proficient in the sense that he is a master of multiple different forms of discipline. He is the best escape artist in his verse. He's one of the smartest people in his verse, and he's the best detective in his verse. Okay, he out investigated Sherlock Holmes kinetically in his own comics. Okay, detective work is what he really does. That's what he is the best at. But he is one of the most potent and gifted fighters in the entire DC universe, not just on Earth, not just in Gotham, in the DC universe. Okay? He's literally putting paws, hand-to-hand combat, running fades with gods as a regular human. Quote-unquote regular. Okay? Now, in the Batman movie, this is him being at the end of his training arc, Okay, supposedly is what it should be. He's just getting back. He's the most dangerous that he's ever been. Okay, he's getting snuck by regular people in his movie, like regular people landing shots on him. No, no, he's getting like beat up, bro. He's getting like beat up to the point to where like I could have been an extra in one of those Batman fights and stole off on Batman. No, no. You ever played a Batman Arkham game? We're fighting 15, 20 people at once. You ever read a Batman comic? We're talking about the same dude who dodged Darkseid's Omega beams. Tracking beams, mind you. No. No, bro. That was my biggest gripe because I don't understand why. For one, you've turned him completely emo. He's completely like downwrought, like just like depressing is all get out, bro. Just moping around, like no, I didn't like that personally because that's not my Batman. That's not the Batman we have in the comics. It's not even the Batman we had in the movies prior to this Batman movie. So those were my gripes with that. But, you know, there were really good parts in that movie that I did really like. And so now seeing this Clayface movie coming out, it really makes me think, okay, well, what variant of Clayface are they going with? It seems like they're trying to do pretty bar for bar his somewhat original story. Maybe aside from how he got his face messed up and so on and so forth, and maybe how he actually got turned into Clayface. But I understand why they're going more the horror route because the Batman universe that Robert Pattinson is in is more grimy, which is good because we want that from a Batman movie because he lives in the worst place ever, literally, like in the worst place ever. Gotham's terrible. Okay, so I'm not mad at what they're doing with this. I think it could be really good. I think they could execute it really well, but it's like at the same time, like to me, it's like I'd rather just have the Batman movie. It'd be a 3-hour movie and Clayface get like his own like 35, 45 minutes of lore. But whatever, if y'all gonna make a full movie, that's cool. Like I'm gonna watch it. I'm for sure gonna watch the movie. But it's like I don't understand this whole like they've been on this line of like creating movies that do not have the main main is it an antagonist? I don't know. They don't have the main hero that these villains normally go against in the movies. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? And it's like obviously that's my own personal opinion. There's probably plenty of people out here who are like, "Yo, this Clayface movie is about to be fire, bro. I've been waiting for this. Clayface is my favorite character." You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's people out there who are like that. No disrespect to those people. I know it just kind of sounded like I was disrespecting them people, but I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad at the idea, but they tend to have great ideas and execute them terribly. I mean, it constantly this happens all the time. Now, to wrap this up, I give the Clayface trailer like an easy like it was like a 7 out of 10 trailer. Like it was a good trailer. It set it up to what you're gonna see pretty well. I liked the nuance of it. It was a good trailer. It looks like it's gonna be a decent movie, 100%. But you know, obviously, when it does come out, I will review the movie. I'll put it on my YouTube channel and everything. But yeah, that was just my little, just me getting on here and chatting about something. Like I said, I won't make the video too long, but to pull it all together. The things that I want from this Clayface movie is for it to be an overarching, connecting story to the new Batman movie that's supposed to be coming out in 2028. I want them to actually make Clayface interesting. I don't want like a good guy, like he's going to be a good person. I want him to be the villain that he is. Okay? I need them to have a phenomenal cast. So I need the person that playing Clayface to play the part well, and I need all the other side characters around him to also play well into his story. Okay? Those three things. Oh, and number 4, I'm probably not going to get this, but I really want Batman to be in this movie or at least mentioned in this movie someplace, somewhere. I don't care if it's an in credit scene. I don't care if it's a beginning credit scene. I don't care where they put it in the movie. But I want to see Batman, or at least the bat symbol, or at least them talking about Batman or something. I want this to actually connect to the main continuity of the Batman that they're trying to create with Robert Pattinson. Okay. Um, but yeah, other than that, overall, the movie looks like it's cinematically being displayed as it's gonna be a good movie. Like, it doesn't look trash, it doesn't look garbage. So I have hopes, for the movie not being shit. But, I always go into things assuming it's gonna be terrible so that I'm not as disappointed if it is terrible. You know what I'm saying? You start with low standards. That way, if it exceeds your standards, it goes far beyond what it is that you were hoping for in the first place. So I'm not going into this movie thinking it's going to be the greatest thing ever and that I want 3 more Clayface movies after that. We need to make it one movie shot. That's it. No more Clayface story after this, unless it's in a Batman movie. Okay? Um, but yeah, to wrap it up, to end the video, thank you guys to those who watch this, those who are subscribed to me. Make sure to ring the notification bell. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment on the video. It really means a lot to me to get your interaction. Maybe tell me what it is you want me to do. Like, just interact with me. But I want you guys to know that I love you guys. I couldn't be doing this without y'all. The Lord love you even more. So, yeah, that's going to be my video for today. And I will see you guys again soon. So, Navunky signing off.